Shalom, Mishpaka. I pull out that you're having a good day, that it has been filled with Abba Yahuwah and His voice to guide you through His Ruach. Abba Yahuwah, I ask that your Ruach HaKodesh come in, give us strength through the day, help us now, cause a change and a shift, get us ready for the next time of day. I ask that you cover the gates of my mishpaka and the family and the children out there, and set them into protection. I ask that you cover the cities and our homes with the blood of Yahushua Mashiach, so that we will no longer be in suffering, as you have promised. In Yahushua Mashiach's name I pray. So, it's been a long day for me, and I'm on my way home, and I'm thinking about, the end of Passover and unleavened bread, and it's, what I've actually had that was leavened in my life come out this week. And it wasn't even just before it started, because I was working on before it started on stuff, but really the Father showed me how to pray differently when it came to my food and what was going on. And this week, see, it was about coming out of Egypt, but it was the bondage that we were under. And I just want you to, as you've come to an end to your Passover, just give Him great thanks and mercy for bringing you out of the places that you were in that were bondage. And because that is just the most humble place that we can be right now, is remembering the signs and wonders that brought us to knowing His true name, to knowing who He is, and give all praise and esteem and glory to Abba Yahuwah, and thanking Yahusha for His obedience, for the example that we need to follow. See, this was a blessing, so much of a time for me to reflect on things that I needed, reflect on things I forgot, and remembering, because sometimes you get so caught up in your day-to-day life, we forget just how present He is with us. And I'm just grateful that He brought me out of the places I was, the sinful life that I had lived in Exianity, and in Exianity, under eating whatever we want and doing whatever we want. And it's like the Father said, yeah, you've got free will. Like, that's the thing. If you don't want to believe you got to change what you do to stop saying, well, I don't like that and I don't like this. Well, we got to stop. So what if we don't like something? Like, we don't need to add on to His scriptures. And one of the things that I have been hearing a lot lately is like, oh, you're not supposed to wear makeup and da-da-da-da. Well, here's the warning. If the Father is talking to us specifically about something, He will tell us. He will direct us if it is in our heart. And a lot of people that have had to change what they're wearing, or change what they're doing, change the makeup, or change what not wearing makeup, or He's trying to get you to see that it has been an idol in your own heart. And that's not always true for everybody else. So everybody's truth isn't always going to be the same truth. So we have to be careful about adding commands that the Father did not add in Scripture, that the Messiah did not. And I say this because, Paul added on. See, the Messiah destroyed the physical temple. He destroyed our masters and teachers. There was nobody to have any governance and rule over us. But then Paul decided to reestablish in Titus the church and the deacons and all of this stuff. That was an establishment that was added onto. That wasn't something that was commanded. And too many people follow Paul's doctrine without deferring to what Yahusha did. So, that would explain why Paul had so much affliction. The plagues shall be added on to you. And that's what I keep asking the fathers, like, why are we all sick? And why is Paul sick? Why was Paul sick? If he was this great apostle, why wasn't he healed? Why wasn't he restored? And he wasn't restored in his health because he was adding on to Scripture. He didn't follow what Yahusha did. He added on. And then at the same time, people took what it was because it comforted them to stay where they were. So no, people, we do have free will, but that just because we have the free will to do things does not mean that he's in agreement with us. And if he's convicting you on something that he says not for you, you need to stop doing it, then you need to stop doing it. But that's not always the instruction for others. I think that's where we get into a danger as teachers, that we are looking to guide other people, but we're actually guiding them according to what was told for us. And I've been guilty of this. I have followed certain health things, and again, not all of the stuff that I do is what another person's need, because maybe I need more potassium than they need, or maybe they need more magnesium than I need. So it's not a unilateral healing, just like the Messiah was not a unilateral healer. There was blind, there was deaf, there was possessed, there was leprosy. There was so many things that can be an issue for us. And we have to remember that the Father's ways are higher than our ways. That's all. I hope that you had a good Passover in remembrance, not in show, but in remembrance. Because remember, it's when we show off to others and boast about what we're doing, than when we actually are surrendering to Abba Yahuwah. And when we do it to be seen by the world, we have received our gifts. We have received our reward. So be careful. Do a heart check. Abba Yahuwah, I thank you so much. I'm so grateful that you have brought us out of these places that kept us asleep. I'm grateful that you woken our dry bones. I'm grateful that you have given us new breath. You have renewed our sinews. You have renewed our flesh, restored us to the rightful relationship that you have offered us, Abba Yahuwah. I thank you that you will bless the mishpacha on the other side and those who are willing to come in, Abba Yahuwah. You are just a wonderful Father. And I am grateful for the boundaries that you have established that keep us aligned with you, that teach us your obedience, that teach us how to walk easily with Yahusha. And I'm grateful that you have circumcised our hearts. In Yahusha HaMashiach's name I pray. Love you.